hand turned the boat right around and said, maybe if they were Japanese noodles. We're starving, but we're not that hungry yet. We're doing fine. This is fantastic. I'm very excited to see, of course, a lot of the cosplayers coming out. Not as many as last year's, but this makes it a little more special. I'm glad to see the No Face coming out from Miyazaki's Spirited Away.
I knew it!
No Face, No Whoop is fantastic. He's going around actually handing children gold. Like, don't take it, child. It's like getting into a van with Pedo Bear. Don't do that. Yes, I know. He has a puppy stuffed with candy. Don't fall for it. Compound interest tomorrow. He's just going to come and pick the kids right up. Pay the piper with that. I'm very excited to have everyone come out here. It's neat to give you a little bit about myself. I'm a geek-specific stand-up comedian. I tour around anime conventions, comic book conventions, video game conventions. I basically talk about, like, things I know. I hope he talks about Fruit Loops and my feet. I feel bad about eliminating the SpongeBob material now. Love my hecklers. This is fantastic. I have chibi hecklers. So Japanese. So you guys watch or trade Pokemon cards?
Pokemon!
Right. Do you have a deck, or do you have a favorite Pokemon?
I have a deck. And I like
Okay, he likes Star Wars. It's different from Pokemon, but what I love about Pokemon is that it's cute animals and it's trading cards. So it's cards and it's cockfighting. It's everything I love about Japan and Mexico all at once.
Yeah!
That's effective. I don't want to get political, but where do you guys stand on the whole Pokemon black or white issue? Did you guys choose black or white?
Both!
Okay.
What if you're
very
biracial?
cool. I chose Pokemon Obama. I played it safe. You know, I was hoping for a change.
Exactly.
Back in my day, we had red or blue. But no matter what you played black or white because those were the only colors on your Game Boy. You didn't have a choice. There was 151, and you were a purist for it. First generation. First thing you caught was a Butterfree. It was the only thing
shave it?
for the Bulbasaur to beat down. I have a worm! And I'm proud of myself. It's always cool to be out in my new adopted home city. We're out in Brooklyn. No one from Brooklyn ever pronounces it. It's always a bark. It's always an attack. Brooklyn! They really are. Brooklyn is really its own nation. If they had its choice, it would be its own island, kick Staten Island off the map, and just attack Boston.
Oh!
First world order. This is fantastic. You have to say it like you're about to strangle somebody, no matter what pleasant neighborhood that you're in. I love being in New York. It's where the crazies gather to breed.
Oh!
In the old days, in the 1900s, America had insane asylums, where you kept the criminally insane off the streets and out of community colleges.
Oh.
Nowadays, we keep our crazies under 24-hour video surveillance.
Oh.
I'm sure you've all seen C-SPAN.
Yeah.
But nothing phases a Brooklynite. Nothing scares them because you have the homeless, you have the subways, you have Times Square. Nothing bothers them. The only thing that will scare them, smile at them. Be authentically nice. They don't know how to handle it. It's the scariest part. You're in a grocery store, you try to just pass a smile, and they get nervous and they grab their purse thinking you're going to mug them. And that just breaks my heart. No one's willing to make a new friend. Also, it's more difficult to mug them now. I'm very glad to be back in the Brooklyn Botanic Garden. It's great to have the cherry blossoms up and opening. I'll do anything to get on Swamp Thing's good side. Well, that got thrown out. It took me 7 tries to beat Poison Ivy in Arkham Asylum, alright? I'm doing everything I can to stay on the plant's good side. But plants are fantastic.
I know.
How do you know plants are fantastic? Well, which is your favorite plant?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And there goes that joke. But plants are the only thing that you show your affection toward using knives and throwing manure at it.
Exactly.
Honestly, right? You run a lawnmower across your grass, you're being a good and considerate neighbor. You throw crap in a lawnmower at a toddler, and suddenly you're a bad babysitter. That's a double standard right there.
No kidding.
I'm very happy to live in an age where video games have taken over.
Hell yeah.
Anytime I see a bus drive by with a banner with Portal 2, don't you secretly take a little credit for that? Like, you're welcome. That and the Doctor Who is now on the side of the forums. You can't tell me that half the people out there with smartphones don't have them just to play Angry Birds. You are so enthusiastic, dude. I would suck your energy up in a moment if it meant being able to survive war. But everyone else without the smartphones is busy, breaking their balls playing Brickbuster on the Blackberries. I love Angry Birds. You have the birds, and you're launching them out of a slingshot to take down these little fortresses that the pigs have surrounded themselves in. It's amazing that America can be totally cool endorsing and exploiting suicide bombing so long as someone's making money off of it. I know it's foul play, but don't chicken out on that. That was the worst pun. I love that video games are at a point where we can now finally take 3D pictures with like the DS 3D. Everyone bought it thinking it's gonna project, but no, it goes down. We all bought it thinking it's the hologram age, and yet we still can't get ketchup out of a glass bottle. I love ketchup.
No
spankings. Someone get this kid a vodka tonic. This is the best heckler I've ever had. He loves everything I talk about. From this bitter old generation back when the internet was only on computers. I'm told that even iPhones can make phone calls now.
Yep.
Where is your parent? You're throwing me off, kid.
It's not funny with the Pokemon joke.
Where is your parent? Seriously, they have failed.
They're checking you out,
lock
baby.
them in the outhouse till the end of the show? I've got it memorized one way. This isn't the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's not Call Out. It's not MST3K. How do you know what the Rocky Horror Picture Show is? I got my Riff Raff cosplay ready to go.
Yeah.
But back in the old days, you had one option. The internet was only on computers. If you weren't home, you had answering machines, and you only had Atari. There were no gaming wars. You pretty much only had Atari. You had one system. Options don't make people happy. How many of you have gone to the grocery store, gotten milk for your mother, and have learned you bought the wrong milk? What do you mean there's a wrong milk? It's white, it came from a cow. Be happy I got home. I was on the subway. Nope, I'm not doing that joke because of you. Let's do some classic throwback from Uncle Yo from season 2. I love the cosplayers. I love that people will dress up as whatever you want, because cosplay is the chance where you can get away with dressing up as anything that you want. There's no cultural boundary. There's no gender boundary. There's no racial boundary. There should be a weight boundary. I'm sorry, thongs have weight limits. Unless you're trying to launch yourself out of it like it's a slingshot. But somewhere, anytime I see an Asian kid dressing up as like a samurai or dressing in a kimono as a geisha, I always think that's cheating. Because you can get away with it. Say you're from a very conservative family, and we'll give you that. The point of cosplay is for, like, me to dress up as a samurai, because I can't get away doing that anywhere else except at a convention. Do it anywhere else, you get arrested. But if the Asian kid is dressing up like a samurai, it just looks like they raided their grandfather's closet. That's not cool or edgy. It's only cool and edgy if I raid your grandfather's closet. So if you want to look hardcore, Asian kid, cosplay my grandmother. See you at this year's Otakon wearing a moo-moo, lipstick on your teeth, pearl necklace, and you better be carrying a pot roast. Then I'll know you did your research. Then I'll know you cared. So my nephew is fortunate enough, he's being raised by my sister, who taught me everything I know about comedy, and sadly, my sister is just understanding how big Uncle Yo is getting, like, big within my 30-person audience, but at the convention audience, thank you guys for that. But she's raising my nephew under this amazing circumstance of not using any negative words. She wants to do something completely different. Like, if Clay does something bad, she won't say, no, stop, don't do that. She will encourage alternative behavior, but she'll still do it in, like, mom angry tone, which is like, you're grounded. Oh, you mean 6 feet under? Yeah, I know I messed up.
Oh.
But it's weird. She won't say anything negative. Like, she comes home and Clay and I have, like, I don't know, thrown the Wiimote through the television set. You broke the thing you were not supposed to break. And they get to that level of mom angry where there is no